the new thing. And there we are. BDP Talks Football. How you doing, man? Welcome.
CDS, what's going on, man? How we doing today?
Oh man, waiting for tomorrow night, man. I can't. That's been
It's
rough.
crazy
We
Monday.
didn't play by last week, and then we don't play till Monday night. It's like,
Well, how
come
are
on.
you watching your games? How are you watching? You don't have YouTube TV. How do you?
That's a great question. I am probably, I don't know, either go to a friend's, or I'll probably go out and watch it. Which
Yeah.
I mean, I don't mind too much. Like if doing that on Sunday at like 1 o'clock, doing it on a Monday evening kind of sucks. But you know
Mhm.
what? I'm like so pissed off about the whole ESPN thing, and then the way they handled it on top of that, acting like they're the victim and doing all this propaganda
With
stuff
their
with their.
handout. Yep.
Yeah, with all this propaganda stuff about, oh, you're gonna miss the game, like all their personalities doing. I'm like, screw you, man. I'm not. You're not forcing me to your dumb ass app that doesn't work and is too expensive, or to Hulu or Fubo, which are also owned by Disney.
Yeah.
Sorry, man.
Let's
I'm
talk
not
about
doing it.
the parent companies. The fact that you're telling me that Google isn't paying Disney enough. Go fuck yourself.
Right. Well, man, yeah. To that point, I'll give you an example.
Go fuck
That's a great
yourself, buddy.
ESPN has been a scam their entire existence. The reason that they were able to buy up all the rights to all the sports that they show, because they were able to overpay, is because they had the scam going with the cable companies. I mean, for a
Mhm.
long time, you had like Time Warner and Comcast, right? And people always talked about how the cable bill was too much, and now there are obviously issues with streaming and everything, but and it was too much. And why? Well, because even if you had the basic package, because you couldn't pick and choose,
Mhm.
you had a whole lot of channels that you didn't watch that you're paying for.
Yep.
Well, the most expensive of all those was ESPN.
Mhm.
At its peak, I think ESPN was getting like something like between $7 and $8 a month per cable subscriber. I think at its peak, Comcast had like 100 million. So that's $700 million a month. So we're talking like $7 to $9 billion a year. And Ben, that's before they even had to have a single person watching ESPN and making ad money. I mean, it's
Shit.
insane the amount of free money that they got from
Mhm.
ripping people off. That's basically, to me, that's what they did. They ripped people off, because if people weren't watching ESPN, they were still paying. Well, Comcast had to make a profit, so they were paying 8, 9, 10, $11 a month to the cable company to carry a channel they weren't even watching. And that's what ESPN wants to continue, right? And people are
Yeah.
still, cable is on the decline, so ESPN's in panic mode because
Well, if
they
you think
can't run a
about
business successfully without the scam money.
if you think about what they're doing, they bought the NFL. They have most of the NBA rights.
Yeah.
Um, they're pretty much buying up these sports and they're going to isolate it to their platforms
Yeah,
only.
that is,
Just
yep, that's
yep, it's
the whole point, because that is their way of replacing the money that they're slowly losing from the cable gravy train, right? Because I mean, it's going to take a long time, but I think what's Comcast now? I mean, from their peak of around 100 plus million, I think they might be down to like 80 million, maybe, which is still a whole lot,
yeah,
but it's
20%.
declining, right?
Yeah,
We all know it's declining, so they need to take that, and they're not making enough by, like, from, I guess, from YouTube or Sling or whoever it might be. They want it all. So
Mhm.
being owned by Disney, they've got a whole lot of leverage. Um, so yeah, so that's what this is all about, and that's
Well,
why it pisses me off. I keep telling people ESPN's doing this because they don't really truly want a deal from YouTube. Like, they'll give a number that if YouTube meets, it's so insane they'll take it,
yeah,
but they don't really
they're
care.
they're pricing themselves out of it.
Yeah, on
Yeah,
purpose,
yeah, yeah,
because,
yeah.
and hey, from what I've seen and paying attention, a lot of people are completely brainwashed into it. Oh yeah, I'm leaving. Fuck you, YouTube. I'm leaving and going to Fubo or Hulu or the ESPN app. It's like, yeah, well, you're a dumbass.
Yeah. That would be the only way for people to actually make a stand is not to switch ships and
Yeah, exactly.
only
And I
things
am seeing
higher.
some people do that. They're like, "Hey, sorry, ESPN, I will not
Yep.
switch from YouTube TV and get into something owned by Disney because of what you're doing."
Mm.
So,
Well,
yeah. So I mean,
well.
you'll get a lot more pirating too. People are going to figure it out, man.
Now the question is, well, I guess the only way, well, it's ESPN, so it's really only as far as football is concerned, it's really only Monday Night Football. But college football, it would be because I'm thinking NFL Red Zone and NFL Network. They have
Separate.
they're
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's not on
It's, yeah.
ESPN.
For a lot of people, it's well, it's ESPN. I
Yeah,
mean, it's SEC really for the most
yeah,
part, right? Like that's
yeah,
which obviously is huge, right? I mean, college football is huge, and SEC right now is probably the biggest draw in
yeah.
terms of
And college football
conferences.
doesn't have anything equivalent to the NFL Network, from what I believe, from what I know.
I don't
Right? They
think
don't have their
so,
own
no. But it's interesting that Pat
McAfee.
McAfee and calling out the ESPN personalities, putting what is it, College Game Day or whatever that he's doing now, putting that like streaming that on X and stuff is kind of interesting. I'd love to hear what those conversations are like at
The
ESPN.
thing
You know,
is,
'cause I'm guessing he called those people out on his show without getting prior approval to doing so.
of
I'm sure he
course,
was talking
ESPN
after the fact.
hired Pat McAfee thinking that he was another stooge that was just going to fall in line, not
Yeah, that he would
understanding
be
that
like,
he knows the
yeah,
back end of how much he was making prior to ESPN. So the leverage that they think that they had paying him all this
yeah,
money, well, he knows like, well, I had my own show. I could say whatever the fuck I wanted to say. And let's
right,
say I'm only getting paid this much more to be muzzled. No, I'll continue to push the line and push the boundaries, so on and so forth. And then when they call me into the office, I'll just say, I don't give a fuck.
right,
I don't
right.
care. Keep bringing me in here. Keep bringing me in here. Lee Corso's gone. College game day was fucking falling apart until I got here. Now I'm here. I'm bringing it back to life. You guys don't want me here? Fine. I'm perfectly fine with not being here. Now his show, as far as the network's concerned, isn't drawing crazy ratings on cable TV, but his YouTube show still has the same loyal fan base that it had prior to him getting to ESPN. So yeah, I mean
Right.
he's got all the leverage. He has the leverage that Stephen A. Smith is building in his back pocket with his new Stephen A. Smith show, and now Stephen A. has the fucking Sirius XM show, his politics show. He's a blueprint. He's kind of showing them all how it's done. What's going on in your background here?
Well, how does it look? Messed up?
Yeah, it looks staticky in the background now.
Yeah,
It was
I
good.
was just hold on. I gotta.
While you're messing with it, see if you
I
can
don't
change
know.
the title too. See if you can change the title of the video.
Oh, I gotta go. I gotta go change the video.
Mhm.
Oh yeah, yeah. I gotta go.
Damn, dude, did
Yeah.
you
All
read
right.
all those books behind you? No.
Actually, probably. Yeah, yeah. Um, I probably did, dude. I don't even get me started. Sometimes I think about how much money I would have if I wasn't the reader that I was over the years.
um,
I'd be
um,
like, oh
yeah,
man. Oh yeah,
I
dude.
hear
I've
you.
read so many books. I wouldn't even know where to. I'm listening. I'm sorry. I'm not looking at the thing because I'm going
No,
into
you're
the
good. Good.
I'm going into the
And the thing
description.
is with books, I don't know about you, but when I grab books, I'm usually grabbing like three at a time, two at a
I'm the
time.
same way, man.
It's very odd that I'm just spending money on one single book because you
Yeah,
grab one and you're like, all right, let me look around a little bit. Okay, I'll grab this one. I'll get
same.
this one. Yep.
And I will read um, multiple books at the same time that they're
Mm,
just very different books. Yeah, yeah.
I've never done that.
I'm a
I've
huge reader.
never jumped back and forth between books that I just chug through one and then I move on to the next one. Maybe I should start going back and forth.
All right, I don't need this. I'm just okay. I remembered this time. See what I learned from last time. Now, no, it is not made for
Oh
kids.
yes, that's right. That's right. That's right.
So what else do I got to do? All right, no, but but yeah, 1 second. I'm almost
No,
finished
you're
here.
good.
I think I've got it. All right, I think we're good with that. Yeah, and boom. All right. Oh wait, why is it saying I can't leave? I hit save. What am I
Um,
missing here? All right,
oh, it's
it
not
should be
for
good.
kid. No, it's good. Yep, Eagles live
All right,
NFL talk from a diehard Eagles fan. Go Birds.
all right, cool. All right, that's enough. Awesome. Um, yeah, I thought I'd try something with the background, man. They've
All right,
gotten
yeah, it's
gotten.
good. Looks good. Looks good.
All right,
Was that like an auto
yeah,
green screen from the like your camera, like the
yeah,
programming?
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I
How
don't know.
crazy?
We're live, but I'll say this anyway. I need to do it in here. Like I said, I got to figure out the set because I was playing in OBS a little bit, like you said you were before, and I was
Mhm.
able in OBS to kind of make the picture look better, even just going direct from my webcam. So I got to look into this thing
Okay.
and see if I can do that as well. But I was just the background makes it a little better.
Yeah, no, it looks clear. It looks crisp.
But yeah. So all right, I got a couple things, man.
Yeah, let's go.
I got some bird stuff we need to talk about if we first of all, it's I actually think this is a pretty big game, man. I think everyone does. I think it's an important tiebreaker game. You know what? 6-2. They're 5-2-1. We're coming off a bye. We all know what Andy Reid was like coming off a bye.
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
you know, as
We have we have
we've got
new
new
weapons.
players.
Yep,
We've got
yep.
new weapons. We've
Uh huh.
got obviously, even though I think the Packers have struggled and obviously losing to Carolina, but it's still a top NFC opponent, right? It's someone who can meet
Yep.
in the playoffs. It's an away game. It's a prime time. You know, we got a chance to double down and show that the offense is really starting to figure it out and that it wasn't
Hmm.
like, you know, well, we didn't have AJ, so we're doing different things. Now we're going to go back to what we were doing. We're going to see if the running game is really back and alive,
Yep.
you know, get those new players in like you talk about.
Hmm.
And of course, the big one for a lot of Birds fans is just putting BTA to these sore losers that bitched and whined and moaned about banning the tush push. So, you know,
Dude,
there's that too.
I can't
But
wait.
anyway, go ahead.
Well, we're in Lambeau, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, did you see the quote from Jordan Davis? Hey, what do you think that it's going to be snowing and freezing? He's like, I don't care.
Oh,
Now,
yeah, yeah, yeah. I
that
did. Yeah, I
question,
did.
like,
Yeah.
if you're a reporter, why do you think that's a question you should ask anybody that plays for the Eagles? We're not the
Yeah,
fucking
I know.
pansy Dolphins. We're not
Right,
pansy
right.
Tampa Bay. We're
I
not
mean,
soft
did
LA. This is the
did we
Eagles,
not?
buddy.
Well, that to that point, did we not just whip the Rams in
In
the
the snow.
snow in the
Yeah,
playoffs?
I mean,
And they were complaining that oh, we wouldn't have beaten them if it weren't for the snow.
you're asking the wrong bunch. You are asking the wrong bunch that
As
question.
Philadelphia people, come
Um,
on now,
but no,
come on.
we said this, CDS, last time we got together. Not only is this a big game, but we have had 2 weeks to prepare for this game.
Yes, huge.
So what did we do in these last 2 weeks that are going to show everybody the Eagles are for real? Because even though we're what 8-2,
What's that?
what's our record? 8-2,
6-2. You're
six
getting
and
ahead of
two.
yourself,
Excuse me.
man.
Yeah. Well, we're gonna be 8-2 soon. So even though
Yeah,
we're
we'll
six and
get
two,
there.
there's still a lot of doubts and question. Is this team for real? Are they real contenders? This is the time to prove to everybody the offense is legit, the defense is legit. Jalen
Yeah.
Phillips, dude, I'm telling you, I know we're in Lambeau, but when we're home, Jalen Phillips' first sack in
Oh,
Lincoln Financial, the place is going to go crazy. The place is
it
going
is
to
going to go
absolutely
crazy.
explode. So we have a revamped pass rush. Michael Carter, we have a revamped secondary.
Yep.
You have to think the energy in that locker room is as high as it's been all year. You have to think that bringing
Yeah,
in these new
and
pieces, it's as high as it's been. Coming
and
off of
to
Tank's
add,
100-yard game,
I was going to
dude,
say
come on, man. I'm
add
pumped,
to
buddy.
that, we showed that not just the team can win, but we showed that the passing game can be dominant even without AJ Brown. We had the running game, really the first time this season the running game has been effective. And on top of that, we showed, as you just said, the running game is not just Saquon Barkley,
Yep.
and it's not that the alternative is Jalen Hurts, right? We still have Jalen's still not running much.
Yeah.
And I'm okay with that. Run when you should and when you need to. That's perfectly fine. But that's my point is that we did all that and we still haven't had Jalen run, right? But we got Saquon, we got Tank. We know how effective they can be. We could throw the ball down the field without AJ Brown. Devontae Smith didn't have any trouble making catches and beating defenders and getting deep without people paying attention to AJ Brown, right? We didn't. So I mean that
Yeah,
shows
being
you
a
what
clear number one
Devontae
option, he
Smith
still did
brings.
his own thing. Yep.
Yeah, and
Absolutely.
I think that's important. I mean, I knew he could do it. I think all Philly fans seen enough of Devontae Smith that could do it. But when you have someone like AJ Brown as your one and a second receiver that produces well, there's always going to be that question until it happens. How
Mm.
much? It's just like somebody on the defensive line, right? Like when you have a Jalen Carter taking up two defenders, and edge rushers are getting to the quarterback, right? How much is that Jalen Carter? How much is it the edge rusher, right? Same type
Mhm.
of thing. Well, I think we've proven that Devontae Smith is a number one most anywhere in the league. He doesn't need a number one to be productive.
Yeah, this is
So there's a lot of things that I think have helped the teams. Not that this team's not confident, but I think there's some teams that have helped and helped the fan base as well.
Oh yeah, and we I mean we
Uh,
have Vic Fangio reunited with this kid. I mean,
yeah, and he
you
seemed
have to think
thrilled.
he's fucking excited to start drawing
He
some shit up,
he
utilizing this
and
guy.
he Jalen was absolutely thrilled to be back with Vic
Yep.
Fangio. Which to that point, the other thing I would add to that because it's kind of is interesting to me because we've talked about this before is uh, McDaniel firing Vic Fangio
Hmm.
because he was too tough on his players. Well, Jalen sounds like he didn't have a problem with that.
Hmm.
So maybe you had too many of the wrong players.
Yeah, people,
You know what I
dude,
mean?
real athletes want to get coached hard. Like I
Yeah, they
never
want to
in
be
my life
pushed.
growing up playing sports, the coaches that I admired most were the coaches that pushed me the hardest, coaches that held my feet to the fire the
Yep,
most. So, I mean,
100%,
it's
100%.
yeah. This guy said, "Dude, this is the best thing that's happened to me in my life." Going
Yeah,
from the
yeah,
Dolphins to the
that's
Eagles, like,
crazy.
damn.
And
First thing, dude, you need to live a better life.
yeah, what's that?
Like, you gotta do something else with your spare time. But this is the best thing that's ever happened to you.
Right, right, right.
Do
Yeah,
something,
yeah.
man.
Well, that's good though. That means
Yeah,
that means he's
absolutely. Yeah,
focusing on football, not going out clubbing.
yeah. No,
Which in Miami, come on.
yeah.
But yeah, yeah. That was
I'm half being sarcastic here, but you get the
I know,
point.
I know, I know. That was wild. Hey, I got to tell you something. Because I want to rattle just a couple of stats off to follow this up because this
Yeah.
is wild. I saw this from a Packers. I don't know if it was a fan or I don't remember, a podcaster or whatever. But he said the key to success against the Eagles: limit penalties. Okay, I'll give you that. But listen to these others: contain Saquon for as minimal as possible. Forget the poor English, but okay. Well, guys, last game was the first time Saquon was productive all season long. And I'm not saying that to bash Saquon Barkley. The point being, we could win just fine without him being productive, as crazy as that is. And then the third thing, and this is where I want to give you the stats because this is going to be wild. It said, make Jalen Hurts throw the ball. So clearly, this person has not been watching the last few games.
Mm,
Do you remember when A Dot earlier in the season, as one of the things to bash Jalen Hurts, the whole average depth of throw, A Dot was a thing because Jalen Hurts, they're talking about, oh, he never throws the ball more than 3 yards past.
mm,
Forget the
mm.
fact that Drew Brees made the Hall of Fame doing that. But anyway, do you notice you're not hearing about that stat anymore?
As the
Have you noticed
season
that?
carries on, I'm hearing less and less about stats that were used early in the
And
season.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And here's why. I'm going to give you this. Check this out. Deep passes thrown over the last 4 games, okay?
Mm,
Completions. This is Jalen Hurts. Completions 11. That puts him first in the NFL. Attempts 22. That puts
mm,
him first in the NFL.
mm,
So obviously he does throw the ball down the field. Yards 442, first in the NFL, and TDs to interceptions, 5 TDs, 0 interceptions on deep balls, which ties him for first in the
mm.
NFL.
Yeah,
So it's just so wild, the narrative that we keep getting about Jalen Hurts versus the reality of Jalen Hurts.
yeah. CDS, they talk about him like he's still at Alabama. It almost feels like
Yeah.
they talk about him like he's that Alabama quarterback that Nick Saban didn't really let go that much. Like he's
Yeah,
the
you mean
quarterback in
the
the
one
national championship
they
game
keep telling us got benched for,
Tua,
Tua?
yeah, they keep talking about him like he's that guy. Like there's no improvement year after year after year. Like what he did his rookie season, his second year, he's the same quarterback. It's like that argument is just ingrained in their mind and they haven't gotten over it yet. Meanwhile, you see guys like Justin Herbert who just hasn't gotten better. He
Right.
is the same guy. He was year one. He's the same guy. So
Yeah.
it the arguments all seem nonsensical to me.
Yeah, they just for whatever reason, and I'm guessing. I mean, this is just my thought is we know I think because of the fan base, for whatever reason, that national sports media hates Philadelphia, right? Hates the Eagles. Um, I think the Eagles fan base in Philly has that more so than Sixers, Phillies, Flyers.
Mm,
I guess it's just a different vibe with the NFL. And so, what is probably the most important position in the modern NFL? It's the quarterback, right? So they're transferring that. I mean, because I don't know how you look at Jalen Hurts both as a person, because they bash that too, right?
mm.
He doesn't act right.
It's almost
Uh,
sour grapes that we can do
yeah,
it a
yeah,
bevy of ways, and like they're mad. Your
yeah,
guy doesn't throw the ball 40 times. Yeah, because he can do it all. Like we can do it all. Like
yeah. We don't
don't
need
take
to.
don't
I
take
mean,
your sour grapes and put them out on me.
when
Yeah.
we have to throw, he throws just fine. But I just basically think that they've transferred their hatred of the Philly fan base to Jalen Hurts. I mean,
Mm,
that's the only thing that makes sense to me, because just like the numbers I just gave you, every time they come up with all this nonsense, we can look to the reality of it, and it's very different. But then they'll keep moving goalposts, because what was it early in the season? Jalen Hurts is a MVP, Super Bowl MVP, and yet it was, well, that's a team thing. It's not about winning, right? And okay, well, when he was forced to pass this year, all of a sudden now he's got the passing stats, which you said that's what it was about when we said he was winning. So what's it about now?
yeah.
Like,
Well, to that point, you guys are telling me it's about the passing, but in the Super Bowl, what he didn't
yeah.
pass the ball.
Oh, he had two great Super Bowls.
Like so, like what are you talking about? In the biggest moment, the and credit to the coaching staff as well. In the biggest moment, they understood the assignment. We can't just rest on our laurels here with the running game. Like we need to let everybody know that Jalen can air it out, and Jalen steps up to the plate every single time and proves that
Yeah.
he can air it out. So it's
Oh man,
what more do you guys want? Honestly, what more do you guys want from the guy?
I don't think anything will be enough. He is, if we're going to look at the NBA, right? Jalen Hurts is the shooting guard that averages 20 points a game, and then you get to the playoffs, and now he's averaging 26, and he's dropping 39 in the elimination games, taking the
Yeah,
last shot. You know what I mean? He's
yeah.
one of those.
Damn near
He,
Jimmy
he
Butler. Jimmy Butler's
Yeah, there you go.
finals
He
run.
elevates his play.
Yeah.
If you go for the diehard hockey fans out there, if you go way back, and I only caught like the end of his career. He played a long time. He's Claude Lemieux in hockey.
Mm,
He just sort of coasts through the regular season, and then he's like, all of a sudden he's the MVP of the world when playoff time rolls around.
mhm, mhm.
Like the biggest goals and the biggest moments. Scoring as many goals in the playoffs as he would in the regular
Yeah.
season.
Well, that's what
Like,
gamers do. They elevate their game
yeah,
when it's time
yeah,
to. Yeah, it's
they're big when they need to be big. Um, but yeah, it's wild because
Well, you also
and
remember the
that
tush
came.
push argument. They were saying he's a tush push merchant. But now here we go.
Oh
I didn't hear anybody talk about the tush push from Josh Allen last week.
no, of course not.
Dude, nobody brought up the tush push. Nobody at all.
The announcers watching the game when he scored a touchdown on the tush push were praising it.
Did they do 5 different replays saying this guy jumped off sides, this guy was
They
false
didn't do
starting, this guy was in
any.
the
And
infraction
you know
zone?
what's really wild about that? You know what I saw. And it might have even been in comments to my video, or people were like, "Well, Buffalo did." First of all, of course, they went into the, well, Buffalo doesn't go off sides. First of all, guys, get your rules right. Offense doesn't go off sides. It's a false start, okay, or a neutral zone infraction. But setting that aside, they're going, well, Buffalo doesn't run it. It's a QB sneak. Okay, so the guy lined up behind Josh Allen who
Wait, what's
puts his
Jalen
hands
Hurts?
on his
What's
butt
Jalen
and
Hurts?
and
Is he not a quarterback?
pushes him, like what?
Is Jalen
Like
Hurts
it's
not a quarterback? So wait,
But this thing, Josh Allen, when the Bills do it, it's a quarterback sneak. It's not the tush push. And I'm like,
that's my
well,
point. It's like, wait,
what about the guy pushing Josh Allen?
no, yeah, that's my point. So when Josh Allen does
Yeah,
it, he's a quarter. So is Jalen Hurts not a quarterback now?
like it
Do
gets
we change his position? Do we change the
it gets
criteria?
irrational, man. That's the thing. They can't accept reality, so they've got to find some way to make it different. They got to find some way to change it. Absolutely, it's nuts. It's nuts.
Yeah,
And Josh Allen also, by the way, has more touchdowns on the tush push this year than Jalen Hurts
Hurts
does,
does.
but no one talks about it. Like you said, no one talks about it.
Yeah.
or that Jalen Hurts' numbers are better than Josh Allen's overall. Or I'll give you one. I'll give you one last one for Jalen Hurts, because this is wild. Jalen Hurts, right? 15 TD passes, 5 rushing touchdowns, and only 1 interception this season. First quarterback in NFL history with at least 15 TD passes, 5 rushing TDs, and 1 or few interceptions in his team's first 8 games.
Mm.
Never been done before. The only guy who has more TDs is Patrick Mahomes with 21, but he also has, I think, 4 interceptions, something like that. But
Man, I
yeah,
think the offense is coming along. To be honest with you,
yeah, you know
I
what?
think over the last 3 games, the last two more specifically, it looked like whatever. I mean, that's the problem with the NFL today is that they don't practice nearly as much, and preseason isn't nearly as serious. So the
True.
first, month of the season is really like ironing out details, kind of getting
That's the
yourself
preseason
back
now.
in gear,
Yeah.
exactly, getting
Yep.
yourself back in shape. And now that we're past week 7, it's like the team's kind of
Starting to gel.
starting to feel
Uh,
themselves a little bit.
yeah, I think one of the biggest things for me is going to be I just AJ Brown. Right now, he's going to play. I know that, but him and Saquon were listed with injuries. But that's the NFL. It's like they always. But is going to see what the play calling looks like with AJ Brown out there and how often AJ Brown is targeted, because I can't remember the game now.
Force
I think it
targeted.
was I think it was the second of the 2 losses where it just seemed like they were forcing the ball to AJ Brown all game,
Mm-hmm,
right?
mm-hmm.
Like he was getting targeted every single time, and he wasn't open, but it was like we've got to throw the ball to AJ Brown.
Gotta appease him and make
Yeah,
him happy.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah. And I don't even know if that came from him or it was just the reaction of the play call that they're going to do it anyway. So I don't want to put that all on AJ. Like I don't know that he went to them. It's like, you have to give me more targets. And there's another example with the media too, right? The whole AJ Brown thing has been treated, and that what the lady that we talked about last week, right? From the Athletic, New York Times,
Yeah.
that Diana Rossini,
Mhm.
and so I saw a video on her. I think it was after the trade deadline, right? And of course, AJ Brown's still an Eagle now, as you know, because we talked about that. She was putting out all these articles and these tweets and constantly quoting, anonymous important people in the NFL to make her point and so forth.
Mm.
And then when she's asked about it after the fact, and talking about him being traded and why she thought this and all that. You know what she said? Well, it's so obvious to tell he was unhappy and he wanted to be out of there. I mean, just look at his Instagram.
Mm.
Seriously, lady, you're a reporter doing nothing but talking about AJ Brown getting traded, and your actual source, you basically are admitting that you didn't have real sources, is to check out the player's Instagram.
Instagram. Yeah. What
Are
is
you kidding? You're getting paid? Like, what are we doing here? What are we doing? What are we
yeah.
doing?
No, she's getting paid. She's
Just
getting paid, and
insane
she got a
stuff.
platform. It's so she just not to shift gears back to the game. Like
Yeah, yeah.
I don't think I've been as excited for a game as I am for right now up until the whole
Yeah,
entire season. Like this,
I'm excited for them
I'm
to go to
super
Lambeau, man.
pumped for this game.
Yeah,
Um, it means a lot. Walking in there and winning means it'll mean a lot to the fans, to the team, and I think the narrative around this team will shift too. Because I think they will finally take the team seriously. Because even though we
right.
won the Super Bowl last year, for some strange reason, everybody still thinks the Rams are the best team in the NFC. And even though we
Yeah,
beat them and we beat the Buccaneers, for some strange reason, we're behind
yeah,
both those teams. So
yep,
beat this team, and I'm pretty
yeah.
sure that they'll say, "All right, Philadelphia's legit."
Well, I mean, obviously the Packers are a good team, and anytime you go into Lambeau and win, that's a big deal because it is tough. I mean, I get it. We can all talk about, oh, well, they're professional athletes and it shouldn't matter, but it does. Atmosphere does matter for these teams. We know it does in Philly. Going into Lambeau and winning a game, and especially doing it against the team when they're this good,
Mhm.
and they're obsessed with us. I mean, there's no doubt. You can see it by comments from players throughout the season that, yeah, they don't. No one will admit it, but the Eagles are everyone's Super Bowl this season,
Mhm.
right? And you can see, I mean, Micah Parsons is absolutely obsessed. He asks him questions about other stuff, and he somehow manages to bring it back to the Eagles all the time. We constantly hear about how Jordan Love is what we wish Jalen Hurts was, and
That's how you
on
know
and
that
on.
we've made it is because
Oh yeah,
just like the Chiefs, where everybody's not like we're up there now. Where if you're playing the Chiefs, if you're playing the Eagles, it's your Super Bowl for the season.
right.
That is the
Yeah.
point that we are currently at. If you beat the Chiefs or
Yep.
the Eagles, I mean, look at how the Bills celebrated after beating the Chiefs. We didn't celebrate like that. We fucking
Oh
just
no.
moved on to the next week. The Bills literally felt like they
And
won the fucking Lombardi Trophy,
and
beating
that's
Mahomes in a regular season game.
and that's really embarrassing for the Bills because the Bills
Uh,
almost always beat the
the
Chiefs in the
Chiefs
regular
regular
season.
season
But you know what the Bills don't do? They don't beat the Chiefs
in
in the
the
playoffs.
yep 5-1 against in the regular season, 0-4 in the playoffs. And
Yeah,
if you're on the Chiefs, you don't even like you look at them and laugh. Like you, yes, you lost the game, but this is a feeling that you've had before because it's happened 5 other
right,
times,
right.
and you continued and
I
you still
mean,
have Kelsey,
at
Reed, Mahomes. It's the same group. Chris
at
Jones.
this point, yeah, it's crazy. Go
Yeah,
ahead, start.
yeah. It's
I was just gonna say, at this point, if you're the Chiefs and you lose in the regular season to the Bills, you're like, yeah, we're right on
yeah,
schedule.
yeah. This is part. This is
Everything's according to plan.
par for the course. Par for the course.
And
Because even if you watch that game, you're not watching the game and saying, "Oh my God, these Bills are world
no,
beaters."
no,
It's
no,
no, they beat the Chiefs in the
right,
regular season. Who cares?
yeah,
Bills fans. That's it. It's the only people that
yeah.
think
And I
think
get
that's great.
that. I mean, I get because if you're a fan of the team, you're going to be happy with. Well, okay, we're not always happy with it, but ultimately you're happy with every win, right? That's the point. That's how you get to the playoffs and all of that. But yeah, it's wild. And to that point, while you were saying that, I can't think of the third one now, man. But the most recent NFL rankings for quarterback, right?
Mhm.
And this goes to what you're saying, like the whole idea of like this disrespect that they're really not that good. And obviously this is specific to Jalen, but it's the feeling of the whole team. Because to your point about we beat the Rams, right? But they're putting the Rams ahead of us.
Mhm.
Well, Jalen was ranked 11th in quarterbacks, and the top three. Now I'm blanking on one of them, but they were Patrick Mahomes, Baker Mayfield, and one other. But the point is, and I can't think, all three of them were beaten by Jalen Hurts this season.
It had to be Stafford. It had to be Stafford then.
Staff, I think it was, but
Yeah,
for some reason, like, wait, is that
yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah, but I'm like, what are you? So the top three have all been beaten this season by the guy who's at 11. And of course, then they'll say, "Oh well, it's not about wins. He's playing against their defense."
That's the Dan
Well,
Orlovsky argument. That's exactly what Dan Orlovsky said.
but it's like, but if they're so damn good, if they're so damn good, why are they losing out to our defense?
Yeah, but again, this will be another because this will be another game where if he beats this Green Bay Packers, it'll be another quarterback that he just puts another feather in his cap. Jordan Love's no slouch. This will just be another guy. Yeah, it's some bot. This guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's some bot. Um,
I was like, yeah, what is this?
yeah.
I'm trying to figure. I'm like, what the hell? Anyway, yeah,
Yeah, you look at it, it'll be let's just say they go on this 3 game win streak, they'd be beating Jordan Love, Jared Goff, and Dak Prescott. Three guys who by and large people just refuse to say Jalen Hurts is better than it.
yeah. Oh, see that, and that's another one. Now he
There's really
wasn't.
no winning for this guy. There's really no winning if
Yeah,
you think about
there
it.
isn't because that's another example. Now he wasn't in the top three, but since you brought up Dak, we've been hearing all season long, or MVP candidate Dak Prescott. It's just the defense is terrible, but he's an MVP candidate. So Dak Prescott, who, and look, it may change. He still has career left, but to this point, has shown to be incapable of leading the Cowboys in the playoffs.
Mhm.
Jalen Hurts has been to two Super Bowls in 4 seasons and has a Super Bowl MVP.
Yep,
But somehow Dak Prescott is the MVP candidate.
MVP. Yeah,
It's bizarre. He also he gets, and this is where context matters because you know, it's just the simple truth that Dak Prescott has put up a lot of his numbers in garbage time, right? Just like
mhm.
guys scoring in basketball, where the Cowboys are down, 10, 12, 15 points at the end of the game. The other defense is playing prevent, and Dak is racking up yards. They're
Yep.
going to lose, but he's racking up yards.
Yep. It's yeah. No, you know how I feel about Dak. I mean, I can't be scared of Dak Prescott.
No.
Can't be.
I had some. Oh, the other thing, it was interesting, is to that point again with Jalen Hurts is two of his biggest supporters in terms of what I've seen being outspoken about who Jalen Hurts is as a quarterback, Peyton Manning and Tom Brady. Now, whether you like them or not, I would say these are two gentlemen who are pretty knowledgeable about what it takes to be good at the quarterback position.
Well, didn't
So
Elway say something
maybe
too?
he might have. If he has, I didn't see
Okay.
it, but
Okay.
he might have. But I'm like, maybe we put a little weight on their words. I'm just saying, maybe more so than I don't know Chase Daniel. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Well, Brady knows. I think that's just the error that he came up in. He sees not making mistakes. He weighs not making mistakes above taking risks and making mistakes. He weighs the don't turn the ball over a lot more than, oh yeah, you're going to get touchdowns, but you're still going to turn the ball over 10 times, 12 times a season. He
Right,
weighs
right.
the no, you're not turning it over. Stay in the game, stay within reach, so on and so forth. Well, these other stat hunting pundits like your Dan Orlovsky's and your Chase Dan, they're
Yeah.
just reading the stat line and determining how good of a game you had based on the stat line.
Right,
Meanwhile,
right. With no context. Yeah.
Brady's actually, and Manning, I would assume, are actually putting their mind in the mind of Jalen and thinking about the decisions that are being made,
Yeah.
and
And
they call it from that
to that
direction.
to that point too is I also think that's bizarre if you really think it through, is because then people will use that against him, be like, oh well, he's too conservative and he's hurting the team because he's not making throws he should, and this and that. And it's like, well, if you watch the games again, what he's doing is not being stupid. And
Mhm.
what I mean by that is, if you watch the games, especially on some of his longer passes, it's not like this guy's not putting the ball in tight windows.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, come on, some of the passes he's thrown. Well, when you can look at Dotson's touchdown not that long ago, or earlier in the season, that almost one-handed catch by AJ Brown that was a great catch. I mean, these balls have to be fitted in perfectly. It's not like he's only throwing to guys who are open by 5 yards. What he's not doing is being stupid and throwing to a guy, in zone coverage who has four defenders around him.
Yeah.
And trying to throw it through them. You know what I mean?
To the
Or
point
like,
with the deep balls, when he
who
misses
was it?
deep balls, he misses long, so he's not letting the defense
Well, that's the other
undercut.
thing,
He's
right?
just if
Or
anything,
even
it's
if they
overthrowing, not
were,
underthrowing it.
yeah, exactly. And even if they were intercepted, they're basically punts.
Yeah.
What he's not doing is, and damn it, who was it against? Who did Jalix Hunt had the interception, the pick six against? Was that the Vikings? Was that Carson Wentz who
Yeah.
threw that
That was
ball?
the Vikings
I
game.
think. Well, see, and there's a good example, right? Jalen Hurts is not throwing that pass,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the turnover you don't want. That's like I said, throwing deep and maybe it gets picked. Okay, you don't necessarily like it, but you've just flipped the field position like a punt. Maybe 40 yards, whatever. But you don't want to throw the ones where, yeah, I mean, Carson Wentz had. Now I get that that was a pressure situation, like that happened because of the blitz, but you eat that, right? You don't make that, and a lot of guys try and make that throw even when they're not under pressure,
Mhm.
right? They think they're going to fit that into that window, and it's just not possible. Those are the plays Jalen Hurts does not make.
Yeah, and you don't have a lot of moments to point to, because let's say the counter argument is, all right, well, he threw a bad interception on the Giants game, and then the counterpoint to that is, that's one. Okay, you named one instance. Now name the
Yeah,
next one.
yeah, yeah, right.
Like you don't use the outlier as the rule here. You named one instance.
Yeah,
Meanwhile, you look at other quarterbacks that have 5, 6, 7 picks, and you say, well, this was a bad read
yeah,
here, this was a bad read here. He didn't see the linebacker there. He didn't see the linebacker there. And before you know
and
it, you're out
that's
of breath because you have all these points that you scored.
And that's the other element to it, Ben. Actually, it was it was not a bad decision, right? There's the difference. It wasn't, oh, this is a turnover because he made a bad decision and tried to force a ball. He just threw it to the inside a little bit on the inside shoulder, and it needed to be to the outside shoulder. And I'm sure he was throwing to the outside shoulder, and it just wasn't a great pass, which happens. But the decision to throw to that player was not wrong.
I think he would. I think he would take accountability for it too, though. You know,
Oh
he'd
yeah, oh
say
sure, absolutely. He'd
probably
say,
saw
"Hey,
it.
it was a bad throw," but it wasn't the wrong throw. You know what I mean? You see the difference that I'm making. It wasn't like I can't get that to the guy because he's so well covered and only bad things will happen. He was open. If you throw that to the outside shoulder to the sideline, it's a catch. You're
Yeah,
first and goal. He
yeah,
just happened to throw it, 2 feet to the inside, and
yeah.
that's
Well, game of inches. Yeah, I mean,
it
it
is.
happens. But to expect him not to throw any interceptions, it's like, come on.
Oh, it's absurd.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
what are we doing
I mean,
here?
come on.
Exactly.
And again, that's something that we seem to only want to talk about with Jalen Hurts.
Yeah.
Like everyone else can throw interceptions, but Jalen Hurts can't throw interceptions. I mean, wasn't it last game where everyone was praising Patrick Mahomes and talking about Patrick Mahomes is back and the Chiefs are back and this and that? Well, he
Against the
threw
bum ass Raiders,
yeah,
mind you,
and he threw 2 picks.
the
They kept
game,
the Raiders in the game.
the game that they're saying the Chiefs are back is against the bum Raiders. So it's like what are we doing here? And then he goes up against the Bills, and they only put 21 up against the Bills. Where's this offense that's back? The Bills'
Right.
defense isn't world beating. The Bills' defense isn't top notch in the league. It's not like you're going up against the Broncos' defense. You're going up against the Bills. It's not like you're going up against our defense. You're going up against the Bills. So,
Right. Oh my gosh. Absolutely
but
wild,
again, if
man.
I'm in the AFC, not to cape for the Chiefs. If I'm in the AFC and I'm a Chiefs fan, I'm not worried about any of these teams either. Like, okay, like
No, no.
they've been to the Super Bowl. They've faced losses in the regular season. They no need to panic. No need to panic at all. So
No, it would not surprise me at all to see the Chiefs back in the Super Bowl. I mean, I'm not I can't
again, to
stand the
be the
Chiefs.
man,
I
you have to beat the man, and
beat the man. Yeah.
they've yet to beat the man. They have yet to beat the man.
Yeah. I can't stand the Chiefs, and I think very little of their fan base, but I'm not delusional. They're as likely to go to the Super Bowl, maybe more so than any team still in the AFC. I mean, let's be fair.
Yeah, come on, you
Uh,
guys are gonna think the Colts. The Colts are gonna be the team representing the AFC. And speaking of the Colts, I know we haven't gotten here yet. I'm not sure which way you want to go with this,
yeah,
but
let's hear it, man.
they gave up 2 picks and a wide receiver for Sauce Gardner. Yeah, as an Eagles fan, I'm glad Howie didn't make that move. I'm very
Yeah,
thankful
no,
he didn't make that
me
move.
too. Me too. That's
Then you have the Cowboys giving up a first and
you
somebody else
know,
for Quinn Williams. No, I'm glad we made the trade that we made for Jalen Phillips. Like
yeah.
I'm looking at these
Ultimately,
moves and people are just overpaying for these guys.
well, that's what I kept saying to a lot of people who were talking about Miles Garrett. Miles Garrett. I'm like, the Eagles can go to a Super Bowl without changes. Okay, it doesn't make any sense, and they would have to overpay. It doesn't make any sense for this team to go out and get absolute superstars because they don't need to. The Eagles, at the positions they needed, like cornerback, defensive end, which they filled, you could get average players, and that makes the whole team better.
Mhm.
So why go overpay for a superstar? It doesn't make any sense. Now, I can understand why the Colts did what they did, but the Eagles didn't need to because again, when you look at where they were this season with the CB2 play they had, even getting a cornerback who's going to be average is going to be a big improvement for the overall team.
Mhm.
And what Howie did, I think, in all 3 trades was low risk, high reward, right? We've got 2 cornerbacks who in the past, they're both still young, and in the past have been very, very, very good, very good.
Mhm.
And they've had some injuries and they haven't been good now, or maybe they just haven't gotten the chance, right? And so there's that whole thing like we've talked about, especially like an ACL tear or something. Not saying that there are specifics where you come back, but it's still a lot longer until you're you again,
Mhm.
right? So they didn't give up much for these guys. They're young. They've had very good seasons. If they don't pan out, it's really not the end of the world.
Yeah,
If they do, oh my, like you know what I mean? Like a completely you could end up with an overabundance of good young cornerbacks. If they
yeah,
were to both pan out, I mean, that's like, I mean, they were both really good not that long ago, Ben.
yeah. Who are we talking about? Phillips and
I'm
Carter,
talking
right?
about uh, I'm talking about Phillips and Carter. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And
No,
now,
no, 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 no. I'm sorry, Alexander, the
oh
cornerback,
yeah, here Alexander. Yeah,
Alexander and
he,
and
the
Carter.
thing with Alexander, he's just injury prone. That's why people have been
Yeah,
so
yeah. Well, and
sour
Carter's
on
been
him.
injured too. I mean, don't forget
Yeah,
for one season he was like the highest paid cornerback in the NFL. What 2 years
yeah. The
ago?
Jets paid him and Sauce back to back.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, he's
and
only
then he's
28
had
years
some
old.
injuries.
Alexander. He's only 28 years old. Now
Yeah, they're all in their 20s.
now the thing is, let me talk. Let me just talk about Carter and Phillips as far as they go with like fitting in and performing. We're not bring. The thing is we're not bringing in a six man and asking him to start. We're bringing in the six man and asking him to be like the seventh, eighth person off the bench. We're
Right,
not
right,
bringing Carter to be a lockdown corner. We're bringing him to be a supplementary corner
yeah.
alongside Quinnen, alongside Cooper. So there's absolutely no pressure on any of these guys. The only pressure that they would be pressure that they put on themselves to perform. But
Oh
as
yeah,
far as
sure.
like
Because I mean, they just came to the Philadelphia Eagles,
exactly
defending Super Bowl champs.
as far as their
You know,
role on the team, there's no pressure. Like, all right, they went out, they got me, they had no lockdown corner. They went out and they picked me up just to be this lockdown corner. No, that's not the case, Michael Carter. Oh, they have no
right.
edge rushers. They have nobody that can get after the quarterback. They brought me here. I need to be the one to get after the quarterback. No, that's not true, Jalen Phillips. You guys are here to help add to the pass
Yeah,
rush, not be our single only hope
e-
when it comes to
exactly.
that.
I mean, what's great is you just by having him out there, you can see a performance level raise by the other guys on the line,
Yeah.
right? Like that's how it works. You could see it might free up Jalen Carter a little more. It might free up Jordan Davis a little more in the middle because now you can't pay attention to them necessarily like you could with a better rusher on the edge.
Yeah, they
You
can't
know, with
double these
with
guys
Phillips
anymore.
on the edge,
And now that
and
could be
yeah,
something that Howie Roseman saw was like, okay, well, with Brandon Graham out, Davis and Carter and um, a Jomo and these guys, okay, they're not really getting the opportunities that they had last year, a Jomo aside, that they had last year because we're a little bit weak on this edge spot. So let's
right.
bring Graham back, make sure we have that security blanket, but actively because remember I told you getting Brandon Graham wasn't enough for me, especially when it comes
Oh,
like,
I
all right,
know.
this is just bringing
He's
back an old dude.
he's an insurance policy, and it's like
Exactly.
if they could
So
get 5, 6, 8 snaps on obvious passing downs out of Brandon Graham, that would be awesome.
but Jalen Phillips is really the one filling that spot from last year,
Yes.
from the years prior. Like,
Yes.
okay,
Yeah,
now
well,
we're
and don't forget,
solid
no,
across the
we've
board.
had injuries too. Like, let's not
Yeah,
forget we've got
got
good
Nolan Smith coming
Nolan
back.
Smith. I mean,
Yep,
come on,
yep,
Nolan Smith. And
yep.
like I said, I think last time, because yeah, that was after the bye, we had 2 weeks of I really liked what I was seeing. Well, overall, of course, I mean the pick six and everything. And I know he's technically a linebacker, but I really liked what I've been seeing the last 2 games from Jalex Hunt
Mhm.
as a pass rusher. He's been getting to the quarterback.
Yeah, like listen to these names. You got Hunt, Dean, Bond, and Campbell. Um, yes, please. You got
Yeah,
Davis, Carter, Phillips, Ajomo, Nolan Smith. Yes, please.
yeah, yeah. Sure, sure. Why not? Right. I
It's-
mean,
this team now I don't want to say stacked, man, but dude, this defense is pretty fucking stacked, dude. It,
and
it
young,
it's pretty fucking. Now we're stacked young, but the
stacked
good
and
part
young.
is when it comes to Milton Williams, okay, Milton, you went and got a contract with the Patriots, perfect. We have backfill for you.
Right. Yeah.
So
Well, and that's the thing. That's the other thing too, where I've heard people getting all about like, oh, well, we should have, Becton or Williams, or, all the Josh Sweat. We couldn't let these guys go. But again, you won the Super Bowl. That means every free agent you had that played a good role in that Super Bowl win is
Like,
going to get an offer that overpays them elsewhere.
yeah,
It's impossible to sign everyone. Sometimes you have to look, no one makes great decisions on everything in sports. It's just impossible. Okay. But Howie overall has done a pretty good job. And here's an example for you that's not this past season, but a little further back. Hey, how's Hassan Reddick playing?
is he even playing,
Right? Like
or is he
people
just
no,
collecting
but
his
that's my
check?
point.
Yeah,
There were a lot of people when he walked that were like, "Oh, we should have given him the money. He was so good." Well, I'm sorry, but we have a Super Bowl.
yeah,
We didn't give him the money. He basically ended his own career by then holding out for more with
the
the
Jets.
Jets,
Yeah,
right? That's my point. I mean, we never know for sure until things pan out, and that's why, like I said, with the injury, with the trades, especially the cornerbacks, I think Phillips is more of a we expect more of an impact now type of thing. But the cornerbacks, with what we gave up and what we had at that position, there's almost no risk that, but a whole lot of upside. If they don't pan out, it's really not a big deal.
Mhm. Now
Whereas if you give up 3 first-round picks for Miles Garrett,
you're
even if
fucked.
he plays
You're fucking
well, but we don't win a Super Bowl,
yeah.
dumbest trade in the history of the world.
That's a Super Bowl or a bust trade, but that's like a 2 out of 3 bust trade. You know.
Yeah, yeah,
Um.
and it's like, okay, but that's one. What we've got a lot of good guys on this team that are young that were first-round picks.
Yeah. Now to that point, um, the fact that now now this is the biggest deal. This is the biggest part of it. Yes, we have Michael Carter, huge addition. We got him, Coop, Quinn Mitch. The biggest part of this, chicks, listen to this. Ready? Is
I'm
that we
listening
don't need to see Kelly Ringo. That's the biggest part. Dude, when these guys are on the field, you just notice it. It's like gaping hole like, wait, why is that guy so old? Wait, why did we miss that tackle? Oh, that's why we missed the tackle. That's why he was wide open.
but
It's just a gaping hole, man.
he's not going to start, man. I was hoping he would start. I wonder who's going to start. We haven't heard.
At the cornerback,
Yeah,
well, it's gonna be Coop
you think
and
it's the
it's gonna be Coop,
well?
Quinion,
Coop's going to be in the slot, right? I
yeah,
mean,
Coop, Quinion, and Carter. That's it.
you
That's the
think
three.
Carter's going to be the
Oh
starter?
fuck yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Alexander's only coming in at on a dime
Because don't
clear
forget,
passing
Carter's
down.
the guy. Carter's the guy that's been playing the
In a
slot.
slot. Yeah, but
I
that's
don't
a
want Coop playing on the outside.
I know, but I think that's why Vic Fangio signed off on Carter
Oh,
because
I know.
like again, we got to give these guys credit. He signed off on Carter because he's like, okay, and let's take that before I go further. Let's take that with what he said before the season started. I don't want to move Coop to the outside.
Right.
Oh,
But
well,
he's also kind of a little bit
but again,
walked that back after the trade.
exactly because he knows he's not going to be permanently on the outside. You know, he's not going to be permanent. It's going to be, oh, I'm going to rotate him. I'm going to rotate him. I'm going to rotate him. Dude, I'm sure we're going to see Quinning in a fucking nickel a couple times. Just because he has the versatility to keep these guys all fresh moving. Dude, I think this is a fucking monster trade. I think it's a monster trade. Okay, who are we going up against at wide receiver? Is it better to have Coop against this guy or is it better to have Michael Carter against this guy? Today's Carter's day. Today's Carter's day. Coop, you're back in the slot where you want to be. Okay, matchup wise. All right, this guy's a little bit more physical. He's a little he likes to play in between the lines. He does a lot of slants, a lot of ins. Coop, this is your guy. You're the stronger one of the two. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, but also zone. I think like that's another thing too, and people don't necessarily talk about that is
Oh yeah, you're right. It
there's
doesn't
a
always need
there's
to
a
be a
big
man. Yep.
big difference between playing zone as a cornerback on the outside versus man as a corner. You know what I mean? I think
Yeah.
Coop can probably do a lot of things from what we've seen briefly if he's playing zone and has an outside responsibility as
Yeah.
man. You know what I mean? So they're not obviously they're not the same thing. So there'll be those times I'm sure where they play zone where they can have Coop on the outside. So even
Mhm.
though he's on the outside, he's not necessarily playing man on an island against
Yeah.
a wide receiver.
But then you look at teams like the Lions who got a pretty decent tight end. Well, cool. You're not even guarding a wide receiver in our man. Like you like this is your
Yeah.
assignment today. You know, we don't need to have Jihad Campbell, although we could run with a tight end down the seam. Now we have the ability to pull you from corner duties and just bring you in as a big
Yeah.
corner running a tight end out
Yeah,
in
because
open
he's not.
space.
I mean, Coop's not that tall, but he's big
Stout, very
and
stout.
he can jump out of a gym.
Yeah,
So if a tight end is taller than him, that doesn't necessarily, it's not necessarily the advantage it is a lot of times against a safety or a linebacker that typically lines up with a good pass catching tight end, you know.
yeah. Like who was the guy on the Vikings that had that touchdown pass called back? Uh,
That had it called back against the Eagles.
yeah,
When you see, I don't know, because when you first started saying that, what I have stuck in my head was Coop's defensive play on Jefferson.
yeah. Well, that was actually going to be my point. With
Yeah,
Carter, his assignment doesn't need to be on Jefferson in the red zone. His assignment can be on the
right,
tight
right,
end in the red zone. You know, like
right, 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 right.
we the versatility that we have on defense is, again, I'm excited to watch this team, man. Like, not
I'm
even
with you,
put up
man. I
points.
like,
I'm excited to watch them stop guys.
yeah,
I'm excited
yeah. You
to
know,
Quinion just shutting down a side of the field
that's what I.
because they try him. That's the thing. They try. The old adage, fuck around and find out. They try Quinion Mitchell, and they find out real quick. You're not going to win this battle.
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. You know, I tell you, I miss defense in the NFL, man.
Yeah.
I mean, I get it, throwing the ball down the field and it's exciting and this and that. It's like I saw the other day, someone put out, and I forget the score now, but there was that game not that long ago, and now I'm completely blanking on the Chiefs and I want to say Rams, but it was like the final score was something like 53-51 or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
But he framed it as this was the greatest game in NFL history. I'm like, no,
Could have
man, it
said
might
that
have been
about the
exciting and fun
Bengals
for you.
game,
I'm like, it might have been
Bears game
exciting
last
for
week.
you. Yeah,
Yeah.
but just because a good game is close and high scoring does not make it great.
Yeah. I mean, listen to
But I
all the
think
things
a
you're
lot
saying
of
about
people have
the.
that mentality, which is absurd.
Oh my God, it's a shootout. Dude, they're saying the same thing about the Bears Bengals game last week.
But
Dude,
you know,
the play that the guy scored, the final play that the Bears
oh,
went
it's a
down and
shootout.
scored,
Yeah, because no one's playing any defense.
dude,
Like, I mean,
this guy literally can't tackle a wide receiver. That's the only reason why he went down and scored a touchdown, because the guy refused to wrap up the
oh, that was
wide out and try to
oh,
shoulder
dude,
bump him. It's like,
I
guys,
I
listen.
um I slowed that down. I got a good replay of that. I think I actually put that in a video on the channel, and it is even so much worse than I originally thought, Ben. If you look at it from the as they say, the all 22, the end zone view from behind the defense, he went in, you know, like this kind of, and he caught him with the shoulder a little bit on
Yeah.
the guy's tricep. Like he didn't even hit him.
He had
He
Dory
he just
Jackson him.
he hit his arm. He hit his arm. Yeah. Oh, that was one of the worst things. Like again, as a Philly fan, and
That's what he
you know, I
did.
have nothing against the Jackson, but again, as an Eagle fan, you know what Adoree Jackson did is like a cuttable offense. Like you should have been
Dude,
on
we have
waivers.
4 people that we can put in before we see these guys. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We
Yeah,
have
I know.
four
Oh,
corners we have before we need to suffer for a Ringo or a Jackson. We got 4 guys that need to get in the game first.
yeah,
That's
yeah,
a great
dude.
feeling.
I keep drinking more just because it's cool to see my water bottle disappear with the background.
Yeah. Now I forget. Dude, I apologize because I forget the other corners. But when the Jets had Revis and Antonio Cromartie, they
Oh,
had somebody in the nickel that was just as not just as good, but a
oh,
very
yeah. I
solid
can't.
guy.
Slot.
You
Yeah,
know?
but you know, he wasn't really talked about because you
Yeah.
had.
Yeah.
But and that's my point about with the trades too, in terms of what the Eagles needed. We're so talented and so good. We didn't need to give up the store to get a superstar. It's
Yeah.
like anybody who was average or above would have a huge impact on the overall performance of the team. You know, but oh, I got to give you one more thing. This completely changed direction, but this just popped into my head that I wanted to talk about. Um, and I think it might have been, was it PFF? One of those organizations or something, Pro Football Talk or something like that.
Mm.
They put a list out like yesterday about, you know, each team's biggest need. Okay, and we were talking about how good the Eagles have been in this position last week. In fact, which is, you know what they put for the Eagles?
Shoot.
The guy leading the NFL in touchdown receptions, tight end. That's our biggest need. Talk
Oh
about a
my
slap in
god,
the
I
face to
did see
Dallas
that.
Goddard.
I did
Talk
see
about a
that. I
slap in
did
the
see
face
that.
to Dallas
I
Goddard.
did.
And by the way, Calcaterra is actually a fantastic receiving tight
Yeah,
end. He's a
he's
crappy
good.
blocker,
Oh
but
man, I did
I'm
see
like,
that. That's fucking funny, man.
what are you talking about, man? I'm like, you might as well say quarterback too, right? Like, just let's get the Jalen Hurts thing out of the way.
Yeah, that's funny. I did see that.
That's insane.
I can't believe you think that we need
I was kind of looking for it again because
that.
I wanted it, but it was wild. But yeah,
I'm
that was really bad, man.
and I'm trying to find who was on this team as well when we had Dominic Rogers Camardi, who our cornerbacks were too, because I know that we had some riches during those years as well.
Okay, while you're looking for that, I'll give you a minute to look for that because what I just brought up about the whole three first round picks to Miles Garrett thing, I
Mhm.
found the list. And look, granted, all teams miss in all rounds, including the first, but recent history. In 21, the round one pick was Devontae Smith.
Mm.
In 22, it was Jordan Davis. In 23, it was Jalen Carter and Nolan Smith.
Our first
In
rounder.
24, yeah. In 24, it was Kenyon Mitchell. In 25, it was Jihad Campbell. Really, you want to give up all those guys? Okay,
Dude,
well, only three of them. But
yeah, but
for Miles Garrett, come on.
remember we were
Not
saying that.
you. I didn't mean
No,
you.
no,
I
I
just
know,
meant,
but remember we were even saying that when it came to our third round picks.
yeah, yeah. Oh, I think I have that. Yeah. Okay, dude, in 21, the third round pick was Milton Williams.
Who played for
In,
us very
yeah,
well, so well that he got a contract from the Patriots
yeah.
this year.
In 22, it was N'Kobe Dean. In 23, now this is not bad. I'd still say it's good for 23, and part of it was for me again. I think derailment from injury, but we had Tyler Steen, who was a good backup, and then also Sidney Brown, who I think that injury. I don't think he's really ever recovered developmentally from the injury. In 24, it was Jalix Hunt.
Because at the time, Sidney Brown, I mean, that was the talk around him when we drafted him. Like, if he's still
Yeah, and
healthy, he's
and
still. If
and
not,
he
he's
was
not.
coming around right before
Yeah.
the injury, right? Don't forget
Well,
he had that very exciting pick six from what, like
yeah.
90, what was it, 98 yards or something like
He's
that.
almost like I know he never played for us, but like a Miles Jack. Miles Jack
Okay, yeah,
tore his
yeah,
whole entire
yeah.
knee. I
I
know
I,
he came
I
back
was high
fully.
on Sidney Brown, man.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah,
he ever
yeah.
really got back to where he could have been with that ACL tear, man. That
I mean,
messes
it
up a lot of
happens. It
guys.
happens though. That's why it's important to draft well.
Yeah,
That's why it's important to
absolutely.
draft well. So if one doesn't
And
work out, you're still covered.
well, and that's the other thing. If you listen to what I was saying, in some of those, I was talking about multiple guys in the same year. Howie is a master at compiling, getting a lot of draft picks, and if it's worth it, using them and getting good players,
Dude, but even in
or
the Phillips trade,
using
we
them
gave
to
them
trade. Yeah,
our third, and we kept the Jet. It's like, guys,
right, exactly. That's
this guy's playing
exactly. So
chess.
it's like we gave away a third, but we still have a third, and
Yeah,
the third we have is
it's
better than
better.
our own.
Yep, yep.
It's like, yeah, man. I mean, come on.
Like this dude's playing chess, not checkers, man. Like
Exactly.
you look around this team, and the fact that now that I'm looking at the Eagles, the only need is the O line, but our O line is already a pretty good
And
O line.
yeah, and that is because too. I also think that a big part of now some guys have struggled for sure. But also a big part of that has been injuries, right? So what we're really hurting with is depth because we have had injuries, which is
Injuries that
why
we're dealing with in the
depth
training
is
camp
so
still.
damn important in football.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
you really want, it's impossible, I know, but you really want starter quality players at
yeah,
every position because at some point they'll all start,
yeah. You want
like,
you want at least 7 quality offensive linemen at minimum. You want at
yeah.
least
Oh, yeah,
7
yeah, yeah.
guys.
And it's like the other thing besides the three first round picks, a lot of people were like, get rid of our backup QB. And I'm like, do you know how important it is to have a
Yeah.
good backup QB in the NFL?
And I would assume now the thing is with Tanner McGee, I'm 100% sure how he was fielding calls. I'm 100% sure people were calling for him,
Oh yeah,
and how
absolutely.
and the price
Who wouldn't?
the price just wouldn't meet it.
No, no,
Price
because I
just
mean,
wouldn't meet it.
because you never know. I mean,
Yeah.
you hate saying that, but like, look, that was the what was it? 2 games, well, almost three because it was what the first quarter of the Redskins game last year. That was a dirty hit. I don't care what anyone says. That was a dirty hit on Jalen Hurts. But my point being, that's the type of thing that can happen at any time,
Hmm.
right?
Now here we go. Just to add on to that, at any time to Jalen Hurts because the refs refuse to protect him. That's
Oh,
the
that's
thing.
100%. Yeah.
Like
Oh my.
if it was Patrick, dude, like, you see now the thing with the CJ Stroud play, I didn't think that was a bad hit. I mean, what do you? I mean, these guys are going fucking full. These
No,
guys are
I'm with
going
you,
full
man.
speed. You can't expect these guys to stop their bodies full
I
fucking speed
I
in a split
think
instinct.
they actually got that call right
If that was Patrick Mahomes, that guy's getting fucking tossed, fined, and arrested.
and suspended and suspended. Yeah,
Yeah, man,
absolutely.
it's
And that
crazy.
and that is the problem. And I think that's for me to kind of keep going in that direction a little bit is the problem with officiating is not so much bad calls, although some of them are so bad it feels like a
Inconsistency.
criminal offense. But it's that inconsistency. Patrick Mahomes gets hit when he's clearly still in bounds,
Hmm.
and they call a late hit. You know, Jalen Hurts gets hit when he's 6 yards out of bounds,
Yeah,
and they don't call anything.
hmm,
Right. And to your point, we all know because we've seen it. If that were Patrick Mahomes, that absolutely would have been at the very minimum 15 yards. But
yeah,
I'm guessing that guy would have been tossed out of the
yeah.
game.
It's
And because of the inconsistency with players like Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen as well and stuff, you get situations like this where now quarterbacks think they have the freedom to slide so damn late because they're always going to get the
yeah.
call in their favor.
And not calling it is the only thing that's going to stop it. What happened last
Exactly.
week with the CJ Stroud incident? That's what you got to do. Don't call it. Don't call it.
Right.
If they
Right.
want to be a if they want to be a running back, let them be a fucking running back. And
Exactly. It's one or the other because that rule was originally put in place so quarterbacks who were basically giving themselves up or were not taking unnecessary hits.
yeah,
But now it's used as a
a
weapon
weapon against them. Yep.
against the defenses who
Yeah.
are just terrified to get near a quarterback who's running because of either going out of bounds, or sliding.
Yeah. It's
Which is why you see quarterbacks at times, like especially Patrick Mahomes, because he gets it more than anyone, who runs sprints full out to the sideline, and then when the defender
slows
eases
down.
up, he turns upfield
Yep. Hmm.
or
Hmm.
hits him.
Yeah. He Joneses it. He like slows down and plays along like he's going out, and then he just continues doing whatever.
Yeah,
So yeah,
exactly. Drives
it's bad.
drives me
Yeah.
crazy.
It's the one thing I'll give Josh Allen credit for. Josh Allen, he's Big Ben Roethlisberger in that aspect, man. He'll take
Yeah,
his
I was
he'll
well,
take his he'll take his beating.
Josh Josh Allen's a big dude, man.
Yeah, he'll take it. He'll take his lick, man. So
Like
good,
Patrick
good
Mahomes is not a big dude. Josh Allen's a
yeah,
big dude.
yeah,
Jalen Hurts is a big dude. He's not tall, but he's a
yeah,
tank.
yeah,
Uh, which again I think works to his disadvantage at times with the officiating.
yeah.
But yeah, man, yeah, I'm excited about this one, man. Packers and Lambeau on a Monday night. I mean, I don't know for the Eagles 6-2. Packers are 5-2-1. They've been talking a lot of trash. Their fan base has gotten a little delusional, especially since they got Micah Parsons. Which, by the way, I believe now it's not just to the Eagles. I don't think. I think it was the whole NFC East. Uh, but when it's the Cowboys involved, we have that. It was put in place with that trade that the Packers couldn't trade Parsons to Philly.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, yeah. Like Jerry does not want that man back in the division.
Jerry knows, as all Cowboys fans knows, that those three Super Bowls are really the last thing they have. The last thing they have in their pocket to talk trash to
Oh
Eagles. That's
man.
the last thing, dude. As soon as that third bowl comes home, the Cowboys fans
And
are done.
yeah, and the
Dude,
thing
I'm
is,
looking at our I'm
let's be
looking at our
real.
conference right now, dude. The NFC East is in shambles. Cowboys 3-5, Commanders 3-6, Giants 2-7. We can just put this. We can put this division away quick,
We
quick,
can. We
quick, fast,
can.
in a hurry. We can
Um
stomp these guys
the
out.
the fact that it would be the first back-to-back division winner since what 2004 makes me a little nervous, but
Holy smokes! I mean, we have the Commanders twice. We could put them out of their misery. We still have the Cowboys in 3 weeks. We could put them out of their misery. And then
now I will
that's
say
it.
as much as I hate them and want to talk trash about them, if the Cowboys defense does get a little better at 3-5-1, I'm not saying they're going to be a team who does damage in the playoffs, but the Cowboys can be a team that hurts other teams' playoff chances the rest of the season.
Yeah, they'll hurt chances, but I'm looking at this right now. They're 3-5. Okay, listen to this.
Tough schedule, right?
Yeah, listen to this. The Packers are 5-2 in the NFC North. The other two teams in the NFC North, 5-3, 5-3. The Vikings are 4-4. All three of them have better records than the Cowboys. You look at the NFC
Right.
South, the Bucks 6-2, the Panthers 5-4. Wow. And then you look at the NFC West. The NFC West, Seattle Seahawks 6-2, Rams 6-2, Niners 6-3.
Yeah.
Dude, the Cowboys need to damn near go undefeated or only lose like 2 games the rest of the season for them to make the playoffs. There's going to
Yeah,
be
and they still have tough games left. I mean,
yeah. I wouldn't be
it's
surprised
not
if they have a if we have like an 11-win team as a wild card this season.
that
It's
could be. Although also don't forget now they kept that whole 2020 year thing with the 7th playoff team. They kept that permanent. So it is, 7 teams is a lot of teams out of what, 16?
oh yeah, the additional team. Yep.
Yeah. So, it's
Here,
that's almost half.
yeah. Let me pull it up. Let me pull it up for you since you were bringing
And
up
and,
their
and
schedule.
you'll get some changes in those schedules because obviously the teams within the division, especially, they're going to be playing each other. Somebody's got to lose.
Oh, Cowboys got a bye week this year, so they come back and they go up against the Raiders. That's a winnable game. Then they play
Yeah.
the Eagles. Then they play the Chiefs. Then they play the Lions. Then they play the Vikings. Then they play the Chargers. Then they play the Commanders and the Giants. Dude, there's like 5 losses between the Chargers, the Vikings, the Lions, the Chiefs, the Eagles.
Yeah, so I said that they've got a very tough stretch
I would
there.
be.
But
I
again,
mean,
so do
they
we.
could be a game over 100, a game over 500. But to be a 10-7 team,
Yeah.
I
Well,
don't see it.
they've got a tie in there too. Don't forget they're three
Yeah,
five and one.
yeah, they've already got 5 losses. So yeah, that would be a
Yeah.
9-7-1, right?
Yeah. Well, that's what I was thinking. Like, I think that is their most likely, if the defense gets a little better and they play well, most likely that's the limit is 9-7-1. And whether or not in a lot of other years that is a playoff team. Whether or
Yeah,
not it will be this year with, like you said, those records you're talking about, I don't know. But if they do turn it around to 9-7-1, that will mean they have hurt a bunch of other teams.
yeah. Hmm.
So that'll be interesting to see what the Cowboys do in terms of that, because I think, yeah, I mean, I don't want to jinx it, but you're right. And looking at that, I don't see unless I mean, see, 2023 is so recent that we all have that in the back of our minds all the time, and unless we have something like that, I
Yeah,
don't see how we cannot win the division.
yeah. But we also didn't have a defense like we do now. Then, like our defense can win us games.
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah,
what
yeah,
I mean?
true, absolutely.
Dude, I
Um,
remember that 2023 Jets loss like the back, like it was yesterday. I
yeah,
know where I
well,
was, what I was doing
and
watching
that's what I'm
that game.
saying. I mean, even if I think, knock on wood, worst case, if we were to stumble, I'm still seeing 5-4 over the last 9 games, and that still makes us an 11-win team. So that's not what we want in terms of setting up the Super Bowl. But I'm just thinking in terms of winning the division. Like I said, I don't
Yeah,
see how we do, because none of those other teams are winning 11 games.
yeah. The thing is with this year, I don't think there's going to be any like 14-3, 13-4, 13-4. I think they're all going to be between 11 and 12, the top seeds.
Yeah,
That's just
well,
how
yeah,
close it is
because
right now.
we have 2 losses. The Packers have 2 losses, but they have a tie, and everyone else has at least 3. So you rattled off a lot of 5-3 teams, but that means they'd have to go on 9-game winning streaks to go
Yeah,
14-3.
yeah. It's a lot. It is a lot. So I'm not mad at it. Uh, I think we're set up well. Especially we have the Rams tiebreaker. We have the Buccaneers tiebreaker. This Packers game is just another tiebreaker when it comes to having similar records and home field
And
being
that's, man,
determined.
that's crucial because
Because
I'm
that could be
telling you,
where their tie either helps the Packers or the tie doesn't help the Packers.
right,
But
depending,
we
yeah,
have the win.
right. Um, yeah, and man, playing in Philly in the playoffs, that's a huge event. We're one of those teams. I know everyone loves to talk about like Kansas City and Lambeau Field where we're going to, but come on, man,
Yeah,
playing in Philadelphia come playoff time, that's a tough place to walk into and pull out a victory.
yeah. I will
I mean, we're
say,
we're not being led by Donovan McNabb anymore.
yeah. The atmosphere is just
Yeah,
nuts. The
it's,
atmosphere is just nuts.
and and it's crazy because I think like the one seed is even more important now because with that seventh team, the one seed is the only one that gets a bye. And I know some people will get like, oh, well, that hurts teams because I don't know. After a season of 17 games, especially with the injuries we've already had, I think that week off is there's more advantages to it.
Yeah, no, they need. I mean, this isn't fucking basketball. These guys need the
Yeah,
rest.
yeah, yeah,
This isn't basketball. These guys actually go through a damn beating. Yeah, they need the rest.
yeah.
I
I
tend
mean,
to agree with you.
I think they're less likely to be, not sharp, like say basketball. They might go out and not shoot well or what have
Yeah,
you. But I think that, well, a good example of it is good teams. Look how well good teams do after bye weeks, right?
exactly.
I mean, in Philadelphia, we have one of the legends with Andy Reid. I mean, the man like couldn't lose if he
Yeah,
had that extra week to prepare.
keeping
So,
with that theme. Keeping with that theme in basketball. The Yes, there are coaches, but in basketball, the players win you the game. In football,
yes,
schemes and packages
can
and
win you.
game
Yeah,
plans
it
win you
all
the game.
matters.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like you can like your quarterback could be playing bad, but the defensive scheme, the game plan that you put together defensively can save you the game. Your defense can be playing bad, but then your offensive scheme and how they're playing can win you the game. It's special teams when can win you the game. It's so much more important to have that extra week in the
yeah,
playoffs to
yeah. I think,
game
yeah.
plan.
I mean, I think in sports, I think the one sport where it can be the most impactful from a negative standpoint is
Baseball.
baseball. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah.
hmm
That's
hmm
the one because, it's just there's such a fine line and being in a rhythm and being in a zone and being
Yep.
on your schedule. And again, like you said, compared to like football, you said basketball, but even baseball more so, it's just not the same. Not
hmm
that there isn't a physical component, but it's not the same thing. Those guys play almost every day and being in that rhythm and getting a few days off or a week off when another
Yep.
team's still playing.
The
I think
repetition, the repetition in baseball
yeah,
is
baseball can be a disadvantage.
incredibly important.
I think in football, getting that extra week is big, and of course, it also adds into the fact that you're going to be playing
Yeah,
at home all
absolutely,
the whole way through to the Super Bowl. Yeah, so
absolutely. And then you know how he
um,
goes to travel. I mean, the Super Bowl's home game, so it's just an additional
I think the Super Bowl should be played in Philadelphia.
this season.
This
Where's
warm
going?
weather crap. Let's
Oh
get
yeah,
back to
yeah.
our roots, man.
That
I
East
mean, look,
Rutherford Super Bowl was crazy. The MetLife, the Super Bowl in
yeah, yeah,
MetLife,
yeah. Well,
that was big.
we got to close that down though because their field is crap. But
Yeah, they got to
I mean,
redo the
we
field.
we we did win a Super Bowl, and I don't care that people want to say. I mean, it was Super Bowl, right? That's what's so bizarre too. We always talk about teams now and their history in terms of how many Super Bowls they won. Well, guys, that's just a renaming of winning the title and winning the championship. So
Yeah. Now
re-
the thing is to that point. Um, you know what, CDS? Because I know there's so much planning that goes into it, and I'm going to say this: with the Chiefs and the Eagles, you have two teams that play in the cold weather. Like, give two cold
yeah,
weather teams a cold weather Super Bowl.
yeah,
Like if it's the Bills and the Eagles, put it in Siberia. like
right, right,
put it in the coldest place possible. Like
yeah,
give us what we want. We feed off that. Like
yeah,
I
I
want to
mean,
see wood get laid in the
because
snow. I want these dude.
yeah,
They were talking about the World Series. Dude, World Series when the people are breathing and you see their breath
yeah,
is way better than fucking inside a dome in Toronto and in freaking
yeah, or
sunny
or in
LA.
that playing in
You know,
Arizona
like
or
when
something like
guys are
that.
all bundled up, they
Yeah,
have the long
yeah,
sleeves,
that's
they got the
October
turtlenecks.
baseball, man.
Exactly. Not this little soft pansy summer boy.
It's
Excuse me.
but you know what? See, because there's it's become the Super Bowl has become to now obviously not to the fans of the teams, but to a lot of people and to the even I think the NFL, the Super Bowl has become a lot more about everything around the game and not the game itself, right? The
Yeah,
event of all.
yeah,
So they need to have nice warm weather for all of the things they're going to do and all the people that are going to be out there. Whoa, and a shout out to Rhodes because he
yeah.
just put
Make him a mod
some
so we
money
can
in
get
my
these so we can
pocket.
get these
So
bots out of
thank
here.
you, sir. Appreciate it. Nice of you to be here. Thank you so much.
Chicks, click on it. Click on his name. Those three dots next to his name in the chat on YouTube, and hit
Yeah.
add as moderator.
Oh, I'm not on YouTube. I'm on all right, hold on. Well, you keep talking, man. Let me go to the
Okay.
channel and
All right.
I'll get to the chat and do that. It doesn't give that to me in the studio.
Okay. Yeah, yeah. You got to go to your YouTube. Yeah, make me a mod
So
too since we're in here.
so view in live. Wait. All right. I think I'm going to the right place. Can I do chat here? Uh okay, so here we go.
Yeah, go to the channel. Just click on the three dots next to his name, and it should
Yep,
be
got it. Add as
moderator. Yeah.
moderator.
Add me too, so I can start doing that as well.
Okay.
Once these
Is it
guys
which one does it matter which one guys standard or managing?
do standard, I just do standard.
Okay. All right. And then all right, can you put something in chat,
I
Ben, so
did.
I
I just
can.
salute roads. Yep, I just put it on
Oh,
my
there
main.
you are. Okay,
Yep,
I
yep.
got you. All right, add as moderator, boom,
Just get these
and save.
bots
All right,
out of
you
here.
should be good as well. But
Sweet.
thanks, Rose, man, appreciate it. Hey, since you're here, we never talked about it, but I kind of wanted to bring this up because we've got a couple situations that are similar to this, and I'm actually curious what both of you guys feel about this. And that we've got the situation in Arizona, speaking of Arizona, where
Mhm.
a lot of people are thinking the Kyler Murray thing and the Bissett injury thing is more like, well, we're really kind of benching him, but maybe for, I don't know, mental reasons, we don't want to put it out there. And now I think Rhodes sides on the fact that he feels Purdy is still injured, but for me, kind of get the same vibe in San Francisco now.
Mm.
Purdy is still questionable, but maybe he could play. And Mac Jones, who, as Rhodes has said himself, is a Shanahan guy. Shanahan has always loved Mac Jones, wanted to draft
And let's
Mac
not
Jones.
forget, Mac Jones led the Patriots to the playoffs his first season. This
Yeah,
isn't
yeah.
this
So
isn't a
it's like, so
slouch
I'm
now.
wondering what you guys think about both of those. Are they really more, hey, we've made a change, but we don't for other reasons, and maybe like the mentality and the mindset of our former starters, we don't want to put it out in the public that that's what has happened.
Hmm.
Like, because we talk about this more and more, a lot of players being a little softer nowadays and the whole mental part of the game. And I'm just wondering if these organizations are like, we've got these top guys.
Yeah,
We don't really want to put it out there that they've just sucked it up and we're benching them. They're just not good enough,
yeah,
especially with someone like Purdy who's got that contract. Anyway, go ahead.
yeah. No, I agree with Rhodes here. I think Kyler's done. Kyler's finished. He lost his job. He's benched. Whatever excuse they want to use, that's their prerogative. When it
Yeah.
comes to Purdy, I do think that I mean they paid Brock Purdy too much. They can't put Mac Jones in yet until he's 100%. And I know in football these guys are rarely 100%. I think it's
Right.
even more um, cautionary from Shanahan to keep Mac Jones and the ship's not sinking yet. So they're going to keep riding it out. Kyler Murray doesn't like football, man. He doesn't love football.
No, that's
He
he's one of those guys. And you know what? I'll tell you just
he
for
wanted to do
hit,
baseball. He used baseball as leverage to get a massive football contract. That's all it
yeah,
was. And then now that football's not
people
panning out, he's done.
people like Kyler Murray piss me off, man. And there are way too many of them. And what I mean by that is, and all the talent in the world, and you get to this position and you make a ton of money based on that, and you just don't have the heart or the work ethic to fulfill your potential.
Yep.
Man, that really bothers me. That really bothers me.
Yeah. And then they also invested. The thing is also with Kyler Murray, they invested a high first round pick in Marvin Harrison Jr. And if your
Right.
quarterback can't get your number one option, the ball, in a timely manner, in stride, if the ball's coming out of his hands weird, I don't know, these guys are professionals. If the ball's coming out of his hand weird, it's not a straight spiral, it's a wobbly ball. And for some reason, Marvin Harrison can't catch it, yet they put in Brissett, and now he looks like the number one pick that you guys went out and got.
Yeah.
That says something about the quarterback as well. So a guy can't catch passes
Oh,
from one
sure.
quarterback, but can catch passes from another.
Yeah.
You go with the guy that he catches passes from, right?
I do think Brock's job is in jeopardy. He better get back and back soon. Yeah, I mean, you can only say, even though Brock's got that contract, if Mac Jones keeps performing, I mean, you can only say Brock's still your guy for so long.
And Rhodes, you're gonna like this, Rhodes. It's funny that it's happening to the 49ers because it's very Alex Smith, Colin Kaepernick.
Oh
Alex
yeah,
Smith went
and
down, and here comes Colin Kaepernick taking his job. Down goes Brock Purdy, and here comes Mac Jones saying,
yeah.
I'm not done yet here in the NFL. I got a lot of
Well,
juice left."
that first one didn't work out so much for San Francisco. I mean, they had one great year, then they adjusted to the guy. Kaepernick isn't 1/100th the quarterback Alex Smith was. Mac Jones, on the other hand, could permanently take Brock Purdy's spot. Although the thing that makes it difficult is that contract. Is there anyone who would want, like, how would you keep Brock Purdy as your permanent number two, right? If they were to make Mac Jones the starter, because that just creates issues. But who would you unload him to with that contract that he has?
You unload it to one of the bum ass teams like the Dolphins. These teams that just don't have anybody. The Raiders dump them off to Oakland. I mean,
Yeah,
they're
but
paying Gino, and
it,
Gino ain't doing shit. But yeah,
I
it's
mean,
I mean these
what would be the point of giving
the
him that kind of
Jets.
money though when you don't really have any of the other players that's going to allow the quarterback to be successful anyway, right? Like,
Well, the Jets might. I mean,
the Jets.
I mean,
Although
they might. I mean, these teams will do anything.
to be
They'll
fair,
sell their first.
I don't think a lot of that in New York is on Justin Fields,
They'll
and I'm not
sell
a
their
big
first.
Justin Fields
They'll
fan.
sell their firstborn for a quarterback. Dude, Justin Fields isn't good. I've watched in Jets games. I've watched Eagles games, Giants games, and Jets games. The most in terms of paying actual attention to it. Yeah, I'll have like a game on the second screen, but paying it, dude, this Jets offense is shit.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. Rhodes. They could work. Sorry, Ben. They could rework the contract before we. I'm not. Well, here's the.
because the offense is very similar to the Aaron Rodgers team that went on a nice little hot streak at the end of
Yeah.
last season. It's not like it's a whole different team. Dude
Right.
can't throw. He can't throw. He couldn't throw in Chicago. He had one good year in Chicago where he really rushed the ball more efficiently than he passed. He goes over to Pittsburgh, gets the shot, and then Russell Wilson. It's like this is bad news Bears here. This is bad news Bears.
Well, I think the Russell Wilson thing though was more Russell Wilson is a name. I don't. It had nothing to do with performance because Russell Wilson hasn't been good in a long time.
Yeah,
A
no, he
long
hasn't.
time.
No, he has not been good in a long time. But it's
But and there goes the never know thing. You know, Russell Wilson was in a great situation in the Seattle with the team around him, with the defense he had, with the coach he had, and he had a few very very good years. I don't think overall he's a great quarterback.
mm.
I don't think he's ever been great.
Well, even without
Uh,
the Legion of Doom, he was still putting up some nice stats and getting to the playoffs. He just wasn't winning in the
yeah,
playoffs.
but again, in this era, nice stats don't tell me much because
Yeah,
all
but I don't
quarterbacks should be.
see the thing is with Russell. I think he's more of a blend of errors. I don't consider him a this era guy. The same way I don't
Yeah,
consider Matt Stafford a this era guy. You know, I consider them
there you
old
go.
era
See,
that just
I
managed.
will agree. I'll agree with this though, man. Here's the thing: Russell Wilson can't run a structured offense. I agree. Yeah, that's a good way of putting it.
I just think Stafford and like Stafford, Golf, Wilson, they're just old guys that are fucking just still hanging around. I don't consider them like this era guys like I would a Josh Allen or a Mahomes or a Lamar or a Herbert or a Hurts or any of those guys.
Goff hasn't been around that long, man. I mean, I think everything really changed around.
He's been around a while.
Yeah, but things really, really changed around 9, 10. That's 15, 16 years ago, man. That's not yesterday.
Well, it changed massively, but even the mid 2010s was a completely different game than it is now.
A little bit.
The mid 2010s was more like the tight end renaissance. Now these guys are just fucking airing it out all over the place.
Yeah, but it was the tight end renaissance because of the way the passing game. I mean, that's not the way tight ends used to be. They didn't catch that many passes.
Well, it depends on the tight ends that you're talking about.
I mean, safeties and linebackers couldn't take tight ends' heads off anymore over the middle, so it opened things up a little bit.
Yeah, to a degree. To a degree, I think the position just got a lot more athletic during that time.
Well, yeah, I mean, I think they started using because everything changed in terms of training, and so they started taking guys who were really what used to would have been either undersized linemen or bigger wide receivers, and they put them at tight end.
Mm.
You know what I mean? Like with the way the game was, 30 years ago, and I mean the training, away from the game, strength training and all that. Um, a lot of these tight ends they wouldn't have been that big and fast. So they're a lot of the tight ends now are just basically bigger wide receivers. Um, you know, in this day and age, oh my God, I'm thinking about what he would have done. Uh, in this day and age, Calvin Johnson would be a tight end, man.
Oh no, no, he wouldn't.
That dude was huge.
No, 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 no.
Dude was huge. He'd be a tight end, and
He would
he'd
be
have like 150 receptions a year.
no. Who would actually be a
Oh, here we go. All right. Oh, and we've been going an
Chad
hour.
Like Chad Johnson would be a slot guy, like in
Well, yeah, yeah,
today's
yeah.
era.
That's true.
You know,
Colts Falcons about to go to OT, man. Wait, what? Oh, that's because see
that
this
London
this
game.
whole thing throws me off with these time things because we got to go international. It hit me. I'm like, wait, what time is it?
Yeah,
But yeah, so that was played. What is it? Where's this one? Is this this is the game over in Europe, right?
yeah.
Yeah, 25-25.
Germany, indeed.
Um, so man, that's a big game for Indy. They need that win.
It's Falcons, indeed.
Germany, yeah,
Yeah,
Germany. I think Germany's in Europe.
yeah.
Um,
No, Colts need to win, but I mean, I'm not too
but
sold on Colts.
that's a big win for the Colts. Wow, they gave up 25 points to Atlanta with Sauce Gardner. That trade's a bust. No, I'm just kidding. Calling it a bust already. Um, but yeah, man. I mean, we've been going an hour and a half.
Yeah,
Unless you've got anything else. I mean, I'm
no,
let everybody hop off and actually catch these 1 o'clock starts.
yeah, no. Appreciate you having me again, CDS.
Yeah, man. It was enjoyable as always. Um, I gave. See, we're Eagle centric, but when we get to that more NFL stuff, I gave Rhodes a link, but he wasn't around. Maybe next week.
Okay,
But appreciate you showing up, Rhodes, as always.
absolutely, absolutely. Shout out to everybody that came by, hung out in the chat today.
Yeah, appreciated everybody that was here and showed up. But yeah, man. All right, we're gonna leave it there, man. I'm gonna sign this off. Thank you, everybody. Show up. Go Birds, of course. Even though we got to wait till tomorrow night.
Yep.
Stand strong. Don't anybody be going and getting Hulu or Fubu or the ESPN app or any of that dumb stuff. We'll force them to figure this out. But all right, man. Thanks.